Hi, in a previous video we have seen what are whole numbers and how do we represent the whole numbers on the number line and what are predecessor and successors of the whole numbers. In this video we will see some of the properties of addition of two or more whole numbers. So we know that whole numbers are all the natural numbers together with a zero. So if W is a set of whole numbers, then we can write W as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. We can have as many numbers, and this is a set of whole numbers. So when we perform the operation of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division on the numbers from this given set, then what all are the properties they follow, we will be learning. In this particular video, we will only see the properties that are related to addition of two or more whole numbers. The properties which we'll cover in this video are closure property of addition, commutative property of addition, associative property of addition and existence of additive identity one at a time. So let us look at the closure property of addition. What does closure property means? If we add a whole number to another whole number, then the sum, which is the result of addition, is also a whole number. The closure property. Let us see whether the closure property holds good for addition or not. So if I take the whole number say 5 and I try to add it to another whole number 6, I get the result as 11. So this is a whole number, 6 is a whole number, and when I try to add two whole numbers, the sum, which is 11, is again a whole number. And hence closure property holds good for addition of two numbers. You can take any two numbers. You take 0, try to add it to 2, you get a 2. So 0 is a whole number, 2 is a whole number, and their sum together, which is 2, is again a whole number. So the first property is closure property of addition, which says that if you have two whole numbers, one is A and the other is B, and you add them together to get a third number C, then C is also a whole number. So I hope closure property of addition is clear to everyone. Now let us go to the next property, that is the commutative law of addition. Commutative law of addition says that if you have two whole numbers, A and B. So if you try to add A plus B and if you try to add B plus A, then both of them are same. They will give us the same result. So commutative law of addition says that A plus B is same as B plus A. The order doesn't matter when we add two numbers. Okay, so order does not matter while adding the numbers. And this property is known as the commutative law of addition. If we add 8 plus 6, we get a 14. If we add 6 plus 8, we will get a 14. So the order does not matter whether you add 8 to 6 or you add 6 to 8. And this is called the commutative law of addition of whole numbers. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. These are all very simple properties. The third property which we have to study is the associative law of addition. Let's see what does the associative property means. The addition of whole numbers is associative, and it means that if you have three whole numbers A, B and C, if you are adding A and B first, and then whatever is the sum of A and B, you are adding it to C. Okay? Or you are adding B and C first, and whatever is the sum of B and C, you are adding it to A. Then we see that both the results come same. Okay, let us take an example. Suppose A is 4, B is 2 and C is 1. We will first try to associate A and B. We will try to add A and B. So A plus B is nothing but 4 plus 2, which is 6. And now this A plus B will be added to C. So we will do 6 plus 1, which is 7. Okay, now let us try to do this. First, let us try to add B plus C. B is 2, C is 1, so B plus C gives us a 3. Okay, and now we are trying to add A to this sum of B and C. The sum of B and C is 3. So if we substitute the value, A is 4 plus B plus C is 3, we get the result as 7. And we see that these two are same. So this is called the associative law of addition of whole numbers. Okay, now let us see the last property of addition, which is existence of additive identity. What does additive identity means? Additive identity, if we have to remember it, how do we remember it? What needs to be added to a number to get the sum as this number itself. Okay, so if I have a number 3, a whole number 3, what should I add to 3 here so that I get the identical result, which is 3? What I need to add to 3 to get the identical result 3? We know that 3 plus 0 gives a 3. What needs to be added to 5 to get the identical number 5? We know that 5 plus 0 is 5. What needs to be added to 7 to get the identical number 7? So what needs to be added to 7? We will add a 0 to 7. And hence 0 is called the additive identity. And for all whole numbers, there exists the additive identity, which is the number 0. 0 is an additive identity. If 0 is added to any number, we get the result which is identical to that number. Okay, I hope this is very clear to everyone. Okay, so all these properties, the properties which we have seen, the commutative property, the associative property and the additive identity, all these are properties of addition of whole numbers. And please remember that it's not necessary that when you subtract two numbers, you always get a whole number. Correct? You subtract 4 from 2 or you subtract 6 from 8, you get a 2. But if you subtract 2 from a 0, then what? Do you get a whole number? No, you do not get a whole number. So the commutative property, associative property and closure property does not hold good for subtraction of numbers. So I hope all these properties of addition of whole numbers is clear to everyone. In our next video, we will see the properties for multiplication of whole numbers. If you have any doubts regarding this video, you can send me an email at kirti.mathacademy@gmail.com. This is my YouTube channel, Mathacademy. If you have liked my videos, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.